Chapter 29 Tarshish and its Indifference. Ezekiel 38 chapter mentions the response of non Jewish countries. In verse 13, Sheba and Dedan and the merchants of Tarshish and all its leaders will say to you, have you come to see spoil? Have you assembled your hosts to carry off plunder, to carry away silver and gold, to take away livestock and goods, to seize great spoil? It is difficult to say exactly what the modern names of these countries are, but we can guess to some extent what these countries are called in the present world. According to some sources, Dedan is part of Saudi Arabia and Sheba or Seba is a part of Yemen. In any case, Sheba and Dedan, in all probability, are located in the Middle East, and we can safely conclude that they fall into the Arab world. Then we have the mention of Tarshish. What is Tarshish? Which country does this name refer to? There are two ways we can try to identify the modern day identity of ancient Tarshish. According to some authentic sources, Tarshish is the country we know called Spain, but is very unlikely that the prophet is mentioning Spain in this prophecy because the prophet says Tarshish has many Englands. If Tarshish has many Englands, Tarshish itself has to be a lion. There are quite a few countries having a lion as their national symbol. The lion is the symbol of Sri Lanka. Singapore also has lion as its symbol. Even on the flag of Spain, there is a lion. But none of these countries have Englands. It cannot be said that many countries are born out of Singapore or Sri Lanka. Even Spain cannot be said to be having many Englands. There is one country which has the lion as its national symbol and has many Englands. That is Great Britain. We know that the British have ruled a vast territory. At any given time on a day, the sun would be shining on some part of the British Empire. So vast and global was the British Empire. That is why it is called the empire on which the sun never sets. After World War II, the British colonial empire had to be disintegrated and British government had to grant independence to many countries. Even after the British global empire was disintegrated, the British Commonwealth of Nations was formed with the erstwhile British colonies as the members. So it can be rightly said that Great Britain is the lion with many Englands or cubs. Prophet Ezekiel tells us that Sheba Dedan and all the Englands of Tarshish will simply ask Gog, have you come to see spoil? Have you assembled your host to carry off plunder, to carry away silver and gold, to take away livestock and goods, to seize great spoil? They will simply say these words but will not send their armies to protect Israel. That means they will simply raise their voice against Russia and condemn this multinational war against Israel. Then, what will America do in that situation? Will America send its troops to fight for Israel? No. Even America is one among the Englands mentioned in Ezekiel 30th chapter 13th verse. While it is true that Great Britain never ruled the United States of America as we know it now, it is also true that Great Britain played a major role in the formation of America. A great number of British people came to America and settled there primarily for religious freedom and to make money. Of course, there were French and Spanish settlers too. The British settlements developed into 13 British colonies. This played a major role in the formation of the United States as we see it now. So, we can conclude that even America is a young lion of Tarshish. Let us sum up what we have said so far. According to Ezekiel 30th chapter, 13th verse, some Arab countries like Yemen and Saudi Arabia, all the Commonwealth countries, and the United States of America will simply protest against the Russian invasion of Israel, but will not send their military forces to defend and protect Israel.